Do those guys have audio outside?
Audio भी आएगा. अभी नहीं. They're not listening right now. I'm playing them other League of Legends casting right now. उसको बंद करके इसको DOTA2 पे लगा. तू normally cast कर. तू चाहे अभी you can even do local recording right now.
No, it's not.
But do not forget this.
I'm thinking like we'll just skip with the bandit phase for now. Going into the game is more than enough. Like.
But make sure you start local recording.
Yep.
ये mute है तेरा.
Okay.
ठीक है?
Okay.
So.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Puck!
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sorry, what? This live view of your broadcast. Just starting, I need to start this.
Only one person can cast it. Okay. Right. Okay. So he's gonna cast this game. Next game, you cast. Till I figure out how to do two myself. That one. Huh? Power jani na power chale.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello guys, and welcome to the second game of the first match of the Alienware Game Victorious Challenge. We have K5 versus POR going for the second game. First game we saw POR actually winning it really nicely with a 30-13 advantage in kills. This game we have K5 who's picked up the puck again, along with Tidehunter, Chaos Knight, Leshrak, and Klings as a pick that we've seen for the first time throughout the tournament. Probably, I may be wrong, I don't know. And the Dire team, we have a Queen of Pain and a Rubik, along with a Sand King and Earthshaker. Lots of AoE damage there in form of Sand King and Earthshaker, both being picked in the same team, although they're really weak and paper-thin heroes with very low armor. A Spectre being picked up, a hero that is almost non-existent in the Dota 2 scene and has been non-existent for a long time, especially with the onset of Morphling being buffed again. But let's see what she can do. Morphling actually received a nerf in the recent patch log. That's the reason we haven't seen him in any of the games as of now. We in fact seeing an Earthshaker is quite a surprise at the moment. I haven't seen him in a long time, and the game has begun. Leshrak, Chaos Knight, and a Tidehunter are laning and going towards bot. Meanwhile, a puck is making his way towards bot from the mid lane. Akasha is taking the mid for the Radiant side. Klings has chosen to go atop solo with the Soul Ring recipe already bought. That would save him a trip to the fountain and save a trip off the courier to Klings. That's probably a smart move there and efficient use of resources. Leshrak scouting for the rune. The rune should be up in just 1 second right now, and it has come on top in the form of a haste. And Queen of Pain picks it up, runs towards mid, or is she? Okay, she is. And we see Spectre with a stout shield, 3 branches, going towards top, along with an Earthshaker to babysit her. Should turn out to be fine, in my opinion. And on mid we have Akasha with the haste still active. Rubik is still there. Earthshaker is trying for the first blood here. Rubik picks her up. Fissure goes down. 1 hit, 2 hit. Akasha's haste runs off. She's at very low HP. Puck actually making hits come along. Illusionary Orbs goes out. Will he get? No, he doesn't get a Rubik. And Akasha pops off her heal and is back to farming. A little bit of a failed gank there, although theoretically it was really unlikely that they would have pulled it off, especially with Queen of Pain having no nuke at all. She's just taken a blink, which is the right thing to do. Well, it's worth a try. It's at least forced Puck to use up all his heal, and he's down to just 1 tango in a matter of few seconds. And meanwhile, Rubik is scouting for the rune. He's probably going top right now. They've planted a wall here, which is slightly defensive, and Akasha has probably got her Shadow Strike up, which will enable her to harass really painfully. I mean, it's just such a pain to lane against an Akasha, or sorry, a Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we have a Sand King who seems to be soloing against a trio of heroes, that is Ancient Apparition, a Chaos Knight, and a Tidehunter. seem to be really comfortable, although Sand King is... They're allowing Sand King to come rather close to the creeps, and a stun goes off just as I predicted, and Sandstorm gets him out of there, although a gush popping off and a stun by Leshrac Split Earth. An anchor smash, a really nice impale out of Renesmee, the Sand King player who was the Invoker last game. Excellent play coming out of him to evade the triple threat of a Tidehunter, Leshrac and a Nesage. Although he's forced to use his heal, he still has a Tango and a Stout Shields. All he can do is probably get AFK XP in this range. Just try to stay in range. An Impale is always ready to get out of him dire situations, along with a Sandstorm. Meanwhile in mid we have mutual harassments going down. Puck is out of mana, taking right clicks, hits, and a Scream. He evades the Scream perfectly fine. Akasha actually blinks out. What would make her do that? I mean, she probably thought that she's got Puck already and she blinked out, I guess. I don't know. The Shadow Strike also, the poison is also one of, on top lane we have Spectre. They're trying to pull the creep camp that was taken for this pull here, and they've pulled it back to their lane with Klings on almost half his HP here. We have Earthshaker and Rubik supporting the Spectre really good. Let's take a look at the creep stats. At the moment we have Chaos Knight leading the pack with 21 creep stats last hits, and Spectre closely following up with 13 last hits. Both in the tri-lanes seem to be doing fine. Spectre actually not doing so fine with 14, a 10 deficit in the early game. Shouldn't matter much unless the deficit is actually used upon, because if that disadvantage actually increases in gap, she could have a really hard time. Although in late game she could definitely outshine any hero in this map, in this game in fact. A dagger goes out. She's actually using the dagger to get last hits on creeps, I guess. Meanwhile in the mid lane with the bottle we have 2 charges left, and on Akasha the rune control has been pretty solid for Queen of Pain, and she's been using it maximum effectiveness. A boost being picked up and just minor harassments going out there on mid lane. Akasha with a Shadow Poison and a level 2 Scream of Pain and a level 2 Blink, and Puck with the Illusionary Orb. He's got his boots up. It's in his stash at the moment. On top lane we see a gang going on. Fissure falls off, but Klings escapes with the Windwalk. Has his Soul Ring up, would probably be comfortable in the lane, especially in terms of XP. He can do that all day long because he can almost be permanently invisible with his skills, and a Soul Ring would keep him out of. And Rubik we see going for a Chain Lightning and 1 hit, and he just manages to escape 1 hit short of a death. Meanwhile Spectre steadily farming, has already got her ring up and is quite close to a Vanguard, just 300 odd gold short of a Vanguard being completed. A double damage rune on the top being picked up by a Puck, and the boots are probably flying to him as we speak. Yep, that's boots for Puck. No boots on the Queen of Pain yet. She has 8.5k gold in her bank. Sand King seems to live and has survived the bottom lane without a death. We see 4 heroes coming on board in an attempt to get Sand King. Sand King uses his 6th sense to get out of there, get out of the whole bottom side of the map, and is actually making his way towards mid. And so are the Dire team members, and the guy who teleported, as well as the trio in form of Tidehunter, Nesage and Leshrac are making their way towards mid lane. Queen of Pain tries to initiate on the Puck. Impale goes off and an epicenter. Puck goes down in no time, and a stun by Nisar on Queen of Pain, and a gush gets her out. 1-for-1 trade there, both the mid solos dying, but more XP being gained on the Radiant side because it was distributed by 2 heroes and not 3. On the top lane, Earthshaker and Rubik have now decided to roam, and they're probably going towards mid. Don't have any replenishing items such as Arcane Boots or a Soul Ring or a Tranquil Boots, but they're still trying to roam. Earthshaker, although, has his boots up, and Rubik actually has something flying to him in the career, and those are walls and a teleport scroll. A level 2 of Fate Bolt with 150 damage and excellent bounces, and we see 3 heroes jumping on the Spectre here. Nesaj stuns, Gush already landed, Splitter going down, Edict goes down, right is coming, right, left, center, but a Vanguard prevents her death. She counter initiates with a Spectral Dagger, getting them all below half their HP. He's being poked off by both Tidehunter and, in fact, all 3 of them. Leshrac too pops off his heal, and rightly so. A Queen of Pain comes in a little late, trying to chase and snipe one of them off. She has her ultimate. A Puck with haste comes on, silence used on the Queen of Pain, orb in the wrong direction. Queen of Pain just trying to evade all of them. Fissure lands on Puck. A divide is created between both the teams. Puck uses his ultimate, and Tide gushes Spectre with a Vanguard. She's still tanky, but not too tanky enough. A Scream of Pain goes down, all on very low HP. Sand King gets one at least, or he doesn't. Rubik gets the last hit on Tidehunter. They're still trying to chase them down. Leshrac and Nesaz are still trying to retreat. And they're scouting above the tower, on the top tier 1 tower, but there's no one there, as you can see on the map. They all have retreated back or have died. On the bot lane, we have Klings actually farming safely, along with Soul Ring.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under
Top tower
attack.
being taken down, and they fall short of a creep wave,
Radiant's bottom tower
which is actually under their tower. That's surprising. With the amount of regen this will have, it's no point. There's no point hitting the tower. Teleport scrolls coming in. Spectre uses her ulti. She's probably trying to snipe off her Klings. Oh, she's just trying to go bot to farm. Would she just be hitting him? Okay, Klings chooses to go back. She's way too tanky for any of them to pick up alone. Puck initiates on a Rubik and Sand King. Coil goes down. Splitter cancelling the Sandstorm. Gush goes down. Fissure blocks 2 of them. The Dire from the Radiant. Leshrac is the sole hero that's trying to chase them down, but doesn't do so. Another Splitter goes down on the Queen of Pain. One hit, and she escapes on almost 40 HP. Just 1 hit away from a death. Sorry about that. The mouse just hovered in the wrong direction. Was being placed on the top side, on the top rune position. 11 minutes into the game, we have a Nasaj on an urn and a Partred, which have been kept on strength at the moment. Tidehunter with a magic stick, 2 sets of tangos, one probably sourced from some other hero on his team, and boots. Let's take a look at the last hits and denies. It's 54 for Nesaj or Chaos Knight, followed closely by Spectre on 47. Like I said, the difference has not increased. They're still pretty much equal and balanced, but even in this scenario, Spectre is the stronger hero because of her insane tanking potential and the return sort of dispersed damage that she gives off. They try to get this tower. Fate Bolt and a Fissure successfully stop them. Rubik's actually manages to steal the anchor smash. Queen of Pain comes, trying to initiate on at least one hero. Queen of Pain initiates on a Chaos Knight. A stun goes off. 1 second stun lands on Queen of Pain. Rubik picks up Leshrac. Stream of Pain gets almost all heroes, and the Leshrac goes down a little later. Rubik picking up the last hit. Sand King comes in a little late. Impales. They're trying to clear this off as soon as they can, spamming their abilities just to get the star down. Meanwhile, in the mid, we have a Puck trying to, probably pinch Spectre at this moment, but she's way too tanky to even be bothered with anyone giving off physical shots. She's trying to chase down Puck, but she doesn't have mana. A teleport in the form of Rubik comes in. Puck has sufficient amount of mana pool to use most of the skills. Rubik gets off a really good spell from a steal. That's the Illusionary Orb. He's racing towards the rune and he will get it. Clever play there. Nice presence of mind. Gets him the rune. Meanwhile on top, pings going off. This will probably signal towards the Queen of Pain and Earthshaker going, who will be trying for a kill. But instead they choose to go mid, where they have two weak heroes compared to Nesage and Tidehunter in the form of Puck and Leshrac, which should be fairly easy to pick off if they're in the right position, although they still have the mid tier 1 standing tall. And initiation goes off. Rubik picks up Puck, and Puck falls down in 2 seconds with Spectre's hits and dispersion and right clicks from all the other heroes there. The rest of the team chooses to distance itself from the Puck. The star should go down in no time, with all heroes there and Fissures blocking them out. The Dire team choose to retreat. 9-2 is the score at 14 minutes. The towers on the Radiant team have not fallen at all. Meanwhile, the Radiant team have a 2-tower advantage over the Dire team. We see all of them going towards the secret shop. 6 smokes being picked up by Rubik, which is odd. In the process, Queen of Pain actually gets a kill on Klings. Sorry for missing that, guys. They're trying to take down this bottom tower. Sand King's Impale and the Scream is just the easiest way to take off any wave. In fact, if there's one hero who can even control Mega Creep lane, it's Sand King, because of his Caustic Finale and his Impale and the Sandstorm. It's just so much of damage that he can do. Meanwhile in the mid, we see a mid T1 tower dive. Leshrac barely making out of it. Ravage goes off, the tower hitting Nesage completely, and an Impale lands on Tidehunter, gets him out. Queen of Pain taking the last hit on Chaos Knight as well. A 4-for-0 trade. Tidehunter just surviving on 50 HP out of that gank. Things are not looking good for POR this game. I mean, K5, sorry. Spectre chooses to go top, continue farming. Is already sitting on a Phase Boots and a Vanguard on 1.8 thousand gold. Let's see what she chooses to make. I believe she would be going for a Radiance followed by a Heart item, or Heart as an item, or maybe she could go for a Diffusal Blade. It's been such a long time since we saw Spectre being picked in a competitive game. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, we have Rubik actually putting off Illusionary Orb, stealing it again. Such a good spell to steal for Rubik. He definitely needs an escape mechanism, and in the absence of a Force Staff or a Dagger, the Illusionary Orb will probably get him out of places. Impale initiation on Puck, a Gush and a Fate Bolt eliminates Puck instantly. They choose to follow Tide, but he retreats under the tower. They can't do much. Aggression from POR is definitely getting them kills all over the map. The amount of nukes and stuns that they can land is way too good compared to Leshrac and Puck, who are comparatively really weak heroes and need precise timing and placement of their skills.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Klings is actually farming the neutrals, has actually stacked up his Sage Masks and the robe of Magi. He's probably looking for an orchard. He has the recipe up. Klings picked off, has a dust on him. Illusionary Orb goes out, Fate Bolt. Akasha blinks in but actually doesn't kill. The Spectral Dagger actually managed to pull off the kill. Gush goes out on Rubik. They're following him. Tide looking for a nice positioning. 10 seconds left for a Ravage. They're still chasing him. Nessage blinks in. The Sand King is taking the damage. Sandstorm and the Queen of Pain releases her ulti. Chaos Knight falls down ultimately. Tanks way too much. Leshrac, and they're still chasing. The coil goes off on two heroes. Fissure comes out, way too much action. Epicenter going down. Wand being used by Puck, and they manage to leave. Although Spectre still chasing both of them. Ravage finally pops off on both of them. Puck getting double kills on a Queen of Pain, and a Rubik, an Impale goes off on Puck, but he silences himself out of there. SK chooses to retreat back, and so does Spectre. She chooses to farm, partially due to lack of mana, and this will allow Puck to escape and successfully go back to the base safely without dying to any one of them. Huge team fights, big plays coming out of everyone there. Kling's farming top, still not completed his orchard. Game swinging completely in favor of POR at this moment. Let's take a look at the gold difference here. 7.5 thousand in favor of the Radiant team, and the XP graph shares a similar story. It's plus 10,000 in favor of the Radiant team. Now in terms of, let's take a look at the last hits, and then I think we have something going on in mid here. Illusionary Orb goes out, Silence goes out, Epicenter lands, and Nessas takes the full of it. They're still chasing after Puck at the moment. Right hits, Coil goes out, a Scream of Pain and a Fissure. Get Puck out of the way. 21 for 5 is still the score. The Dire still don't manage to pick out one hero in that whole affair. It's just swinging every time in the favor of the Radiant team. Spectre with almost 3.3 thousand gold in her bank, inching towards that Radiant. Once that is out, everyone is paper for the Radiant, for Spectre on the Dire team. An Oblivion Star finally completed. He's just probably 1/4 staff away from completing his Orchard right now. Getting there slowly, but the goal difference is just too much. They don't have a single tower in favor of them. The Radiant team have in fact picked up the tier 2 tower at mid right now as we speak. Arcane Blues completed on the Rubik. Magic Wand with 10 charges. Puck trying to clear them out. Rubik picks up Puck. Huge ultimate initiation and impaled by SK. Gush going out. Queen of Pain still trying to chase one down. They successfully managed to get 2 out of that. The 4 of them are so powerful when together. They can easily pick off any one of, in fact, almost the entire team, and Spectre can easily jump in whenever she wants. I guess she has a Radiance up and is flying to her as we speak. She gets it delivered. Well played is the call by POR. Nope. Is it? Are they going for a GG?
Dire's bottom tower
Not
is
yet.
under attack.
Ruko is the call. They want to wait. They want to watch them own them, I guess. I don't know. They're trying to get this bottom tower. Teleports come in. Tide and Leshrac a little late to initiate. Illusionary Orb goes out. Silence clearing of the creep wave. Rubik comes in with a cheap shot. Spectre using her ultimate coming there. Initiation goes on. Queen of Pain, she escapes. Impale. Pew, and a huge epicenter. Ravage goes off. But Sand King deals a load of the damage. Klings ends up taking one last hit on the Sand King. Queen of Pain getting the Tide Hunter. And Sand King just buys back into the game. Leshrac has already disconnected from the game. Massive team fight there. 3 heroes that the Radiant managed to pick off, and Queen of Pain actually just getting a snipe. Will he die? He He's on Shadow Poison. He's losing HP. Manages to eat a Tango and dies.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Excellent gameplay there by POR. They have 2 disconnections. I think it's a GG call, is it? Let me confirm. A pause coming out of there. 2 disconnects. There's probably a glitch or a technical difficulty that they must be having. It's from what I see, from what seems to be happening. It's not a GG call. They still want to play. They still want to fight. And a Chaos Knight disconnects as well. Queen of Fen disconnecting as well. It's probably a GG call. And everyone disconnects. It's a GG. POR wins this successfully, 28-8. Excellent gameplay. Rubik, actually some of the clutch picks by Rubik in the form of Illusionary Orb. The steals were awesome. They allowed him to get so much of map control, and the Dire team was just out of place in many occasions, dominating an aggressive gameplay. That's what's defining POR at this moment. Thanks for watching, and sorry for the mistakes. Goodbye.